Hello students, we will start another topic for the chapter 13, that is stereoisomerism. So stereoisomerism, what is that? We will discuss. Stereoisomerism: compound that have the same constitutions and sequence of covalent bond but differ in relative positions of atoms or groups in space are called stereoisomerism. So that means in stereoisomerisms is same chemical formula, same structures, but different in the structures. That is different in the structures, that means in three dimension in three dimension. So now that three dimensions, that means inside the geometrical structures only, that means molecules placed in different space, and then another one, that is atoms same, and also covalence also same. So now that means, see, this stereoisomerisms is chemical formula same, then structure formula same, but they differ in the positions of atoms or group in space, that is in three dimension, means inside the geometrical space. Now here in stereoisomerisms, that is two types. One is conformational, and then number two, that is configurational isomerism. So conformational isomerisms, that is single bond carbon. So in single bond carbons, that we cannot separate. So now for example, example I'll give afterwards. Now so like this, now here this conformational isomers, it doesn't have another types, only this conformational only. Now configuration having two types. One is geometrical isomerism, and then optical isomerism. Two types are there. Now let's us discuss for the conformational isomerism. So now the conformational, this one isomerism is, see, supposing if we put if we put some ball, different colors of ball in a cartoon box, and then we will separate the color of the balls, like different colors we will put. So now that if we separate, then we can in our naked eyes we can separate. And then another one is that, see, another example is this. So now that ball is big only, and then if we can separate, we can easily separate only. But whatever we can easily separate, that one is configurational isomers only. Now conformational isomers, that means what? In a container, we put sugar and salt. So sugar and salt, they are white in color, we mix it in a container. So and then we cannot separate that sugar and salt. So that is conformational isomerism. So now here these conformational isomers, that is having only single bonds only, and then in configurations, in that I told you that having two types. One is geometrical, that is GI is geometrical isomerism. So in this geometrical isomerisms, having double bond, and then optical isomerisms, that is sp3, that means sp3 hybridized, and then carbon single bonds only. Now this conformation are we are different spatial arrangements of molecules that are generated by the rotation around a carbon single bond. So now this what we say, in the three-dimensional structures of carbon, in the three dimensions of the structures of carbons, it have what? The front one will stable, and then in the back carbons, that will be rotate only. Now here, like that, here different conformations of same molecules are called conformation or conformer or rotamers. Now that means this is a carbon. So here one single line is there, so that single line, this one is carbon, and then another one also carbon. So that means this, see, supposing here we cannot do, see, now here like this is, see, now here one left hand side, this one is one carbon, and another one right hand side, this is also a carbons only. So these carbons we can rotate in different angles. So now here, see, we just see, now here this one is single bond, and then this hand is carbon, and then this also carbon. So in these carbons it have hydrogens are bonded here. So now this one we can rotate, and then one in the back, in that this one will be stable, and then this one will be rotate. So when it rotates in different ways only, in different direction, so having that means what, it will form different isomers only, different angles only. So that one we will say rotamers or conformations or conformer. Now here different representations of ethane. So or C2H6. So that is here 3 types of representation in conformer. One is base or dash. Number 2, Sohorst Newman projection. Now this is the first one with dash structure. This is Sohorst, and then this one is Newman projection. Now this one here, when we draw here, this one is one card here, we just draw one straight line, and then that straight line, this is a bond, and then in that N1 here one carbon and another one carbon is there, and then that will be attached to one straight line, one straight line, and then it will have hydrogen bonded. So on this here, and then this here, so like this. So this is a dash, and then another one, Sohorst also same only. So Sohorst is also same as we will draw the one line, straight line, and then this straight line is so the single bond only, and then this dotted one, and then we will draw Y. It will show the what we say the bonded of the hydrogen. Now we just draw like this, and then it will be bonded here, and then another like here also, so that this one it will draw as a different way only. So here one hydrogen, here also one hydrogen, here also one hydrogen, that will be bonded only. 6 hydrogens will be bonded. So now in 3 hydrogen will bonded in one carbon, and another 3 hydrogen will bonded in the another carbon only. So this is the Sohorst structures. And then another Newman projection. So Newman projections, that means what, we will put one dot. So this dot is carbon only, the front one carbon only, and then we will draw one circle, and then that circle is the back of the carbon only. So this also carbon only, and then we have to attach inside this carbon with 3 hydrogen. So now we will draw like Sohorst, we will draw one Y. So like this we have to draw the Y. So this one is the front one only, and then this this back one, that circle one, we have to attach another, we have to draw another Y. So this is the back one, and then back carbon, and then that back carbon attached 3 hydrogen. So this is Newman projection. So this one is conformer of ethane, structures of conformers of ethane. Now another one is conformers of ethane. Conformers of ethanes, there are definite conformers of ethane, and then number 2, that is point 2, that is 2 extreme conformers are eclipse and staggers. Now here this indefinite conformers, So before I already explained that the carbons which is at is, see here, this one is bond, single bond, and then this the thumb one, this one is it is with hydrogen only, and then that's this side also. Now here this is carbon only, this one hand is carbon and another hand also carbon only, so at joining with what, single bond. So now this one carbon we have to rotate like this, we have to rotate in different way, so we have to rotate in different way. So this one is having for what, the if rotate, then it will form as what, infinity of angle. First it will rotate as a 0 degree, then 5, then 10, like that. So it will form what, many only. So we cannot say we cannot count, so we will just say that infinite conformers of ethane. And then the next point is two extreme conformers are eclipse and stagger. So now in the previous ones I draw, I already saw that what we say, one dot, this one is front carbon, and then the back one is circle only. So this one is the what we say, eclipse, sorry, staggers. And then now here one what we say, in the previous one I told you, here this like this, and then another one. So another one also, see now in the previous one I already saw the structure, so that is the what we say, that is the stagger. And then here, now here in the previous one I told you like this, so this is carbon and then front carbon, and then we draw one circle, that is the back carbon, and then Y, that is the hydrogen attached to the carbon, and then another Y that will be attached to the back carbon. So this type is stagger structures only, staggers only, stagger conformers only. And then eclipse is this only. So eclipse this, that means, see, we just see here here there one carbon is there, the front one, and then the back one. So now here the stagger one, the front one and the back one, so Y is attached, and then that Y is here. That means that another Y are parallel to each other, parallel to each other. That means what, the front one and the back one, they are parallel to each other, and that the gap is there. So the gap, that is what, 0 degree only for the eclipse, for the eclipse, for the eclipse. And then for the staggers ones, that is 60 degree only, so that one we will study later on. Now here single bonds possibility, here this one is a ethane, so ethane we will draw the structure here, single bond are there. And then now another one, see, Y structure, and then Y in the opposite way. So this is the second one, and then the third one, that is a sawhorse. So this is sawhorse only. Now here this one is what we say, in stagger in eclipse forms. So that means Newman projections only, Newman projections formula only. So now how many conformers of ethanes are there? That means we, if asking in the exam, then we will say infinite only, because I already saw the experiments. That means by showing my hand rotating, and then it's make many conformers, so that we will say it is informers. And then, and here also, here this is the now having the angles of eclipse is 0 degree, and then now here is 60 degree, now here to here 60 degree, here to here 60 degree only. So staggers is 60 degree. Now the next, now here again another one, you just see nicely, you can see nicely. Now here this is 60 degree, here also 60 degree, this is a stagger form, and then this is eclipse form. So eclipse is 0 degree only. Now eclipse conformation, eclipse conformations where the hydrogens atoms attached to carbon are as close together as possible, it is called eclipse conformation. Now these hydrogens are attached, these hydrogen, two hydrogens, front one and the back ones are parallel to each other, so that means close to each other, that is staggers only. And then now here this one also we just see this carbon here also. Here this is another carbon, only this one is Newman projection, this one is Sohor's projection. So now this one is an eclipse and then stagger. So this, now another one, Stager's conformation. Stager's conformations here, if hydrogens are as far apart as possible, it is known as Stager's conformer. So that means difference to the eclipse. Difference to the eclipse. Now here some importance points, some importance notes for on Sohor's projection. So Sohor's projections I already mentioned, I already explained in the previous one that here see the molecules is view along the molecular structure exists. It is then projected on the paper by drawing the center carbon and see carbon single bond bonded somewhat longer straight line. These things I already explained in the previous only. So now here this carbon, here carbon straight line is there, that means single bond is attached, and then here H3Y is there, that Y that will be in the opposite way. So this is the structure of Sohor's. And then Newman projections also in eclipse and stagger. One is 0 degree and then another one is 60 degree. So that is the importance points for the. Now the next one is geometrical isomerisms. Now geometrical isomerisms, geometric isomers are chemical species, with the same type and the quantity of the atoms are as different species yet having different geometrical structures. Now here this here carbon and single double bonds carbon, here carbon double bond carbon, it is what methyl, and then in this here hydrogen. So now in the same side, in the upside having a methyl group is there, so now we will say cis, same only. And then here in the opposite side, that means one is up and another one is down, so that one we call it trans isomers. So now here this double bond, this double bond, if we rotate, then one bond will surely break only. So here the term cis and then trans are formed. The Latin word cis meaning on the side, on this side, and then trans means on the other side. Now this one is same side only, in the same side means in the upside, and that one we just say cis, and then in the opposite side, in another side, in other side, that is trans only. Now conditions of the geometrical isomerisms. So now here I already said, if we rotate, if we rotate this carbon double bond, one bond surely will break and then it will difficult to rotate only. But here if it is single bond, then single bonds can rotate very easily and then it will form different angles. Now here another one, this here this single bond. So now in single bonds, here I already mentioned that in single bond it can rotate very easily, but in double bond and then triple bonds it will be difficult. So next is optical isomerism. So optical isomerism, optical isomers are two compounds which contain the same number and same kinds of atom and bond different spatial arrangements of the atoms, but which have non-superimposable mirror image. Its non-superimposable mirrors image structures is called an enantiomer. So now here this is a compound only, so these compounds in front of that we have to put one mirror, so whatever is there that will be the same only. Now we just see this one we just take directly and then keep to here. So that means if we keep here, this 2 that will become here only, and then this 4 will come to here. So that type we call it enantiomer. that type we call a enantiomer. So now optical isomerisms, that means what we say, non-superimposable mirror. And then another one is mirror having the mirror is non-superimposable mirror having the image structure, that is called enantiomer. So two compounds are not superimposable but mirror image are enantiomer. So now if you stand in front of the mirror, and then suppose you are putting one clip in your head, then the directions will be changed. Supposing if your hand will also be, if you see in the mirror, then your left hand will be right hand, then right hand will be left hand, like that. So these are optical isomerism only. Then enantiomer, whatever is there in the mirror, that one we call it enantiomer. I told you these compounds, if we put here, and then the these two will be here, and then this four will be here. So this one we call it enantiomer. Now here this is the structure. Another example we just see. So this one is enantiomer only. See, now here compounds, and then this. So same hydrogen is attached here. This is a mirror, and then this one also same one will be here only. But if it is enantiomer, then this CH3 will come here, and then hydrogen will come here. So in that type we just say enantiomer. And then chiral compound, that means what? In this carbon different groups of atoms is attached, that one we call it chiral carbon. So now here this one and this one same or what? No. This one also same or what? No. So that means this one is also different, this one also different, this also different. So different group of atoms attached in this carbon, that one we call it chiral atom or chiral carbon. Now next, that is the fundamental concept in organic reaction mechanism. So now here we will just take A, B, C of organic reaction. Now we just see here A react with B, and then we get C. So A and B, this is the reactant only, and then C, that is the product. So now here we just say in the reactant it will have two types are there. One is substrate and another one is reagent. So the substrate is, supposing we just take salt. So salt, that is a substrate, and then water, if we add in that salt, then that salt is the reagent. So like that we will get the product. So like that different things are there, different examples are there. We just leave it that example. And then now here this what we say, this part, that one reagent, and then product, that one we call it a part, and then substrate, and then products we just say part B. So part A, part B, we just say that reaction mechanism. So now here chemical reactions, reacting the reactants, and then products forming. In organic chemistry, reacting to form two products, both the reactants reacts form the product, and then basically called the mechanism. So that means this reactant, both the reactant. So now I told you that A and B, that is a reactant only, this one is product. So in that reactants it have two types. One is substrate, that means the compound, and then reagents, that reagents we have to add in this compound, so that is reagent, and then forming the product. So that we basically it will form, these two reactants will react and form the product, that one we call it mechanism. Now in substrate, react with reagent, forming product or giving different part. Now in substrate also forming for what, reacts with substrate reagent, and then forming the product or giving different part. Now reaction mechanism. So the reactions mechanisms means how to transfer the electron. So now here this is the substrate, this example, that is substrate, that is a substrate. So that substrate, that here we are taking R and then L. So here R and L, in between that single bond is there. So that bond we have to break and then given in this L. So now if it is given to this L, that means L will have more electron only, and then this one, this R will have less electrons. So according to that, for what, here positive charge will come less, and then here negative charge is there. So this is leaving group only, and then this one carbocation only. So that means reaction mechanisms means what? Set of steps that explain the movement of electrons only. Now here, now here now in step 2, here R, that carbocation, then that means R positive, and then here that X carry negative charge, so this one will behave as a nucleophiles, and then here this positive charge will attach to here. If it is attached to here, then we will form as Rx. So this is the substitution product. So in reaction mechanism, it have two types, two steps are there. So this is the second step only, last step. Now we just discuss again substrate. So substrate, that is the reactants which supply carbons to the new bond. Now here we just see carbon, double bond carbon. So now here in this carbon attached to hydrogen. So this is loosely bonded pi electron. So E double one is what? Loosely bonded pi electron. So now this will break and then given to here. We just see. Now here this is loosely bonded pi electron. So it will form as what? Here CH3, and then here then forming. So this one, this is the substrate, and then another one, this one is the this is also the another product only. So this is the substrate only. And then reagents, that is electron rich or electron deficient species which attack to the substrate. So that means that reagents which is attacked to the substrate, that means in here like this we have to attack, and then we form the product. Now here this is the reagent, and then now here it will be attached to here, and then it will form as this product. Like this we will form. Now here another one, types of reagents. Types of reagents are two types. One is nucleophile, that is electron deficient or electron loving. Then another one is nucleophile, electron rich. So now here electrophile, we just say electron loving. So electrophiles, that is electron loving, that is the reagent, or electron attacking. Electron rich, that is the substrate. Substrate should be electron rich, and then reagent should be electron attacking or electron loving. Now here electrophiles are electron deficient species which have the tendencies to attack electron rich center. Now here in electrophile also two types are there. Cationic electrophile, that is NO2 positive, and then NH3 positive, and then Br positive. Here these also two types. One is neutral aluminum trichloride, then SO2 PCl3. So they need what? Electron. So these compounds, they need for what? These groups of atoms, they need what we say? Electrons only. Now here this AlCl3, it will behave as a Lewis acid because they needs electron. Now here nucleophiles, that is electron rich, proton loving, or anion rich, that is electron rich. Nucleophile means nucleus, Felix means loving. Now nucleophile, nucleus loving, and nuclear and electron deficient. Now here nucleophiles are rich electron species which have the tendency to attack at the electron. The electron rich center. The before one is what? Electron. What is that? Electron before one? Before one is electron. What is that? Deficient species which have the tendency to attack the electron at the electron rich center. Now here is, see, now types of nucleophiles. Here types of nucleophile also same as before the electrophile. In electrophiles, the first one is cationic, but here anionic nucleophiles. OH, and then Cl, then CHO, then NH2, like that. Here it is. Then nucleophile, neutral nucleophile, here water, then alcohol, then H, like this. Now here this pi bonded nucleophile, here carbon double bond, so that means in one carbon having pi bond, here also two pi bonds is there, so like that. This, now in this nucleophile it also have for what, that ambident nucleophile, that means NO2, here the two lone pair is there, and then in cyanide also two lone pair, here also lone pair is there, here also lone pair is there, so that one we just say ambident nucleophile. Now next is bond fusion factors influencing the reactivity. The one is what, reactants produce product, that is reactant produce product, that here this is the compound. This compound is methyl bromide only. Here one bond we have to break. This is say leaving group, and then breaking, then it will be attached to here, then methyl alcohol will form, and then one K and then Br will form as a potassium bromide. So this is the bond fusion. Then this here, this is easily remove, only this Br easily can remove. Now thus the reaction is breaking of old bond and formations of new bond. So now here this one is a old bond and then forming the new one. Now bond fusion or rupture or cleavage lysis having two types. One is homolytic fusion and then another one is heterolytic fusion. So homolytic is A, B. So this A and B, in between the single bond is there. So one bond we have to break, this electron have to break and given in this B. So in that time free one electrons will be there in the B, and then like that in B, in A also having for what, one electrons in A. So this type we call it free radical, and then this is done in the presence of what, light. Now another one is that homolytic fusion or homolytic. So representation, that is it will represent as fish hook arrow. So here this fish, this one. So now here one electron and another one electrons that will be linked to this, then it will be given to here, then one electron each, and then that one we call it free radical. Now here the characteristics of homolytic fusion. So symmetrical breaking of bond results in the formations of free radicals usually take place between the two atoms having no difference or small difference in the electronegativity value favored by the presence of HELP. So that means what, heat, electricity, light, and then P, that is peroxide and radical. So before we are using in presence of light, that is Hme we are using when we are breaking the bond. So that is the characteristics of homolytic fusion. Though here example, here this one Cl, this is also in presence of light only. The what type of light? UV, ultraviolet only, and then forming free radicals of chloride. Here also free radicals of chloride forming only. Now heterolytic, that means difference only. Homo means same, here also same only. Now A and B, and then this one is given directly to here. So when it is given directly to B, that means B will carry negative charge, that means more only. Then this one A will have what, less only. So the representations form is this, A and this, or A like this, then A positive, then B negative, or lone pair like that. So this is the representations form of the heterolytic fusion. Now characteristics of heterolytic: unsymmetrical breaking of a bond result in the formations of free ions usually takes place between the atoms differing their electronegativity favors by the presence of polar solvent. So now here this is tertiary butyl. So this tertiary butyl iodide, now here carbon and then iodine between single bond is there, breaking to given to the iodine. So when it is given to the iodine, then that iodine will carry what? Negative charge only. That means more only. So these compounds will have less only. So this is in presence of what? Polar sorbent. So polar sorbents, that means here different radicals are there. So oxygen is having negative charge, and then hydrogen is having positive charge. So this is polar sorbent, and then it's forming as tertiary butyl carbocation. So if the aqueous solution is in the reaction, so 100% chances of heterolysis. Now this is the class for today. Thank you.